1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has directed to clear all outstanding dues of media houses before Eid. Japanese railway companies are keen to invest in Pakistan Railways. At the United Nations, ambassadors from over 22 countries have begun consultations on Prime Minister Imran Khan's global initiative for debt relief at their virtual meeting in New York. 7 soldiers have embraced martyrdom in 2 separate terrorist incidents in Balochistan. In occupied Kashmir, a top commander of Hizbul Mujahideen, along with his associate, was martyred by Indian troops during a coordinated search operation in Srinagar today. Pakistan has strongly condemned Indian government's attempts to further deprive the people of occupied Jammu and Kashmir through grant of domicile certificate procedure 2020. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed to clear all outstanding dues of media houses before Eid. This was stated by Minister for Information and Broadcasting Shibli Faraz while briefing media about decisions taken at Federal Cabinet's meeting held in Islamabad today with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. Shibli Faraz said that Prime Minister Imran Khan was briefed about outstanding dues of various media houses owed to different ministries. He said the Prime Minister instructed all the ministries to clear their dues so that media houses can pay salaries and outstanding amounts of media workers before Eid. The minister said the Prime Minister also sought details of illegal recruitments in various ministries, and 27 divisions and departments of federal government submitted a list of 638 such people which were inducted in violation of laid down procedure. He said rest of the ministries have been directed to submit details of illegal recruitments in 1 week. He said action is being taken against illegal recruitments from 2016 August onwards. The nationwide tally of coronavirus cases has soared to 43,966, with 1,841 new cases reported during the last 24 hours. Overall, 15,976 cases have so far been detected in Punjab, 17,241 in Sindh, 6,230 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 2,820 in Balochistan, 550 in Gilgit-Baltistan, 1,034 in Islamabad, and 115 in Azad Kashmir. A total of 12,489 patients have so far recovered from the virus, whilst the death toll stands at 939 with 36 new deaths reported. The death toll from coronavirus across the world has risen to over 320,000, while more than 4.9 million confirmed cases reported. The United States has the highest death toll of 91,985, followed by Britain with 34,796 and Italy with 32,007. Over 1.91 million people so far have recovered from the infection. Special Assistant on National Health Services Dr. Zafar Mirza has called for coordinated, collective and sustained actions among countries and institutions to curb COVID-19 pandemic. He expressed these views while addressing the 73rd virtual session of World Health Assembly held in Geneva, Switzerland today. The Special Assistant said unity is vital to tackle morbidity and mortality, to ease burden on the health systems and support national and global economies. He said the Assembly must support growing calls for development and production of COVID-related diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines that are affordable, equitable, and accessible to all. Japanese railway companies are keen to invest in Pakistan Railways. This was stated by Ambassador of Japan to Pakistan, Matsuda Kuninori, during a meeting with Minister for Railways Sheikh Rashid Ahmed in Islamabad today. He said the companies would provide technical support and railway safety assistance. Sheikh Rashid on this occasion said Japan Railway is one of the best in the world, and their partnership with Pakistan Railways will not only help modernize the system but also improves the services of the department. Another consignment of medical items reached Pakistan today from China. According to National Disaster Management Authority's spokesperson, the Pakistan Air Force aircraft brought 16 tons of medical equipment, including 20 biosafety cabinets. The medical equipment also included 50 ventilators, 300,000 testing kits, 65,095 masks, and 10,000 surgical gowns. 7 soldiers have embraced martyrdom in 2 separate terrorist incidents in Balochistan. According to ISPR, 6 soldiers, including a junior commissioned officer and a civilian driver, embraced martyrdom where a patrolling convoy was targeted with an explosive device in March. In another incident, a Sepoy Imdad Ali embraced martyrdom during exchange of fire with terrorists near Mand area Cage. This is Radio Pakistan. At the United Nations, ambassadors from over 22 countries have begun consultations on Prime Minister Imran Khan's global initiative for debt relief at their virtual meeting in New York. Senior officials of the United Nations, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development also participated in the meeting, which was chaired by Pakistan's United Nations Ambassador Munir Akram. In his opening remarks to the meeting, read out by Ambassador Akram, Foreign Minister Makhtoom Shah Mahmood Qureshi stressed the need for addressing the debt distress of many developing countries, which has the potential to become a debt crisis. He hoped that the informal consultations would evolve agreement on some meaningful measures and practical actions to enable the developing countries to recover quicker and better from the current crisis and achieve sustainable development. Pakistan has strongly condemned and completely rejected the Indian government's attempts to further deprive the people of occupied Jammu and Kashmir through Jammu and Kashmir Grant of Domicile Certificate Procedure 2020. In a statement, Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Faruqi said the new domicile law is illegal and in clear violation of the relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions, international law, including the Fourth Geneva Convention, and bilateral agreements between Pakistan and India. The spokesperson said the domicile law is aimed at changing the demographic structure of occupied Kashmir and undermining the exercise by Kashmiri people of their right to self-determination through free and impartial plebiscite as per the relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions. She said such steps can neither change the disputed nature of Jammu and Kashmir, recognized as such by the United Nations and the international community, nor can they prejudice the inalienable right to self-determination of the Kashmiri people. In occupied Kashmir, a top commander of Hizbul Mujahideen, Junaid Sehrai, along with his associate, was martyred by Indian troops during a coordinated search operation in Srinagar today. According to Kashmir Media Service, Junaid is the son of senior All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader Muhammad Ashraf Sehrai. The troops also destroyed at least 2 houses during the operation. Meanwhile, Chairman Jammu and Kashmir Muslim Conference Shabir Ahmad Dar has rejected the notification issued by the Indian authorities extending domicile law to Jammu and Kashmir, saying the notification is in gross violation of the internationally accepted disputed status of Kashmir. In a statement issued in Srinagar, he said that the law has all the ingredients of malicious intent as it is aimed at changing the Muslim majority character of Jammu and Kashmir by giving the citizenship rights to the outsiders. United States President Donald Trump has warned to cut World Health Organization funding on permanent basis if the agency does not commit to substantive improvements within a month. In a letter to WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Trump said it is clear that repeated missteps by the agency in responding to the pandemic have been extremely costly for the world. Among his specific criticisms, Trump said WHO did not properly pressure China for timely admission of international experts and that it praised China's internal travel restrictions. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman said today that Trump's letter is an attempt to smear China and that the United States is shirking its international obligations. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of Sindh, Balochistan, Punjab, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, while rain, wind, thunderstorm is expected in North Punjab, Kashmir, and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk. And for live video streaming of our bulletins, visit the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.